I don't think you can really define, one moment. Um, you talk about the number 44. You talk about, how highly recruited he was, and makes the decision to go to Syracuse. You talk about being a three-time All-American in college football, which is unbelievable. And then, there's also the legacy of a person that in the NFL circles. I've always heard a lot of people talk about, how the Denver Broncos wouldn't be where they are today. The franchise might not have made it if it wasn't for someone like Floyd Little going there. So, he's obviously in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and he should be. There's just so many things, but I think his legacy will be, the impact that he's had on so many people that have been around him. He's just such a positive effect, and we love him and Deborah. I have a lot of memories of Floyd. I remember when I was in the interview process at Syracuse. Um, I was in Chicago, and it was kind of narrowing it down. And I got a phone call and said, Floyd Little would like to talk to you. And I I had never spoken to Floyd. I obviously knew of Floyd. I'm a graduate there, and I remember that conversation well. I remember him saying, "I want someone that, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like you can go in there and win?" And I remember, thinking about it and saying, "Listen, that's the only way to go in there, And that's what I wanted to hear, and I think that's what Floyd was. Floyd was a winner. He wanted to win, and everything that he took part in. And once I took the job and I was there, then Floyd wound up joining our athletic department, and it was great to have him around for uh, not only the players. I think people naturally think, hey, he's around the players. What's great for him to be, but more importantly, I mean, for everyone. He just had such a positive effect, and was always able to guide coaches, myself, players, through a lot of adversity to be the best you can be. And I think that's what he did. I think that when you're around him, he was able to bring out the best in you, and he'd always make you smile and always make you laugh. And I think those are the things that I remember the most. Well, I think when for me, he's meant a lot. I mean, like I said before about the job and then being there and being with us like in the trenches. I mean, a lot of times you don't have people around you that are in it all the way. Floyd was he's all in. He's that type of person. So to have him there is unbelievable. As far as Syracuse University, I think it's right. I mean, there's three statues, sitting outside the practice facility, and Floyd's one of them, and it's well earned and well deserved. He's done so much for the university. He's done so much for the community, wherever he's been. I can't say enough about him. He's one of the most giving people that I've ever been around, and he gave you everything he had, and and that's how what he did on the field, and that's what he did off the field. So obviously, it was a great honor to have been with him, during that time I was at Syracuse.